And once again, I want to say greetings to each and every one of you. Aquaba, welcome. Welcome to another round of the Conscious Roster Report here on LIB Radio, LIB TV here on livinginblack.com. My name is Kidi Owadu, aka the Conscious Rasta. Weekday mornings, you and I get together live. We come at you from 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's 12 noon Eastern time, 5 p.m. GMT, and 8 p.m. East Africa time. We get together with you, and we deal with culture, consciousness, historical perspectives, entertainment, economics, education, health, labor, law, politics, religion, family conflict, future studies, Pan-African affairs, sustainable development. Today's date is Tuesday, the 2nd of September, year 2025 in the Gregorian calendar, the Western calendar. This corresponds to the year 6266 in the Kemetic calendar, to which we have realigned our cultural clock. Welcome to the 7th millennium. You have found your family in a peaceful place here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, here on livinginblack.com. And here's what we have on the table for today. I hope you find this to be a fascinating discussion. I think you will. Today on LIB Radio, we are discussing the healthy benefits of edible mushrooms. The healthy benefits of edible mushrooms. It's a very important topic. Let me introduce it. Mushrooms are a nutritional powerhouse, offering a unique blend of vitamins, minerals, and bioactive compounds that support overall health and well-being. They are low in calories, yet rich in essential nutrients like B vitamins, selenium, potassium, and ergothioneine, a rare antioxidant that protects cells from damage. Key components such as beta-glucans and polysaccharides enhance immune function, stimulate beneficial gut bacteria, and may reduce the risk of chronic diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and cognitive decline. Mushrooms also support metabolic health, improving insulin sensitivity and aiding in cholesterol regulation. With their prebiotic fiber and anti-inflammatory properties, they contribute to a balanced microbiome and healthy digestion. As a sustainable, functional food, mushrooms are increasingly recognized for their role in preventive health care and disease prevention. Preventive health care and disease prevention. Might I suggest that we are all interested in preventive health care and disease prevention? So that's what is the subject for today's conversation. Let's look deep into popular edible mushrooms, and there are many supreme health qualities. I think you're going to be really impressed with today's conversation. If you could, can I get you to hit the like button? I already know you're going to like it. Hit the like button for today and bring somebody else into the conversation. Why not? Why not invite a friend or two or three? Share this on your social media. Bring in as many people as you might imagine would be definitely interested in a conversation like the one we are having today, all about the healthy benefits of edible mushrooms. One more button to click here and I will be up and running. Where is that last button at? It's over here. Where's the button to be pressed? Over here. It is. I'm looking for the StreamYard link. Click here. There we go. And this is the last button I need to press. and that is to take the glow, the highlight away from around my head so I don't glow green. Here we go. Edible mushrooms. First of all, let's identify a long list. And many of you may never have eaten some of these popular edible mushrooms. They include button mushrooms. Those are the ones with most common. One of the most common and versatile mushrooms worldwide. They have a mild flavor and meaty texture and are used in countless recipes. Cremini mushrooms. These are simply mature button mushrooms with a deeper, earthier flavor. Portobello mushrooms. Fully mature cremini mushrooms. These have an intense, savory flavor and a dense, meaty texture, making them a popular vegetarian meat substitute. Shiitake mushrooms. Native to China and Japan, shiitakes have a rich, earthy, and umami flavor. They have a light, woodsy aroma and are used in both Asian and other cuisines. Oyster mushrooms. Named for their oyster-like shape, these mushrooms grow on trees and are easy to forage. They are a good source of B vitamins and vitamin D. Hon shimeji mushrooms. A type of edible mushroom with a nutty flavor and crunchy texture. They grow in clusters and are cultivated in pristine conditions. Then we have another category of sought after gourmet varieties. These include chanterelle mushrooms, prized by chefs for their fully apricot-like aroma and nutty flavor. They have a distinct golden color and a funnel shape. Lion's mane mushrooms, prized by chefs for their mild seafood-like taste and unique appearance of cascading icicle-like spines. Morel mushrooms, a type of edible mushroom often foraged from the wild, though sometimes cultivated commercially. They have a honeycomb-like appearance and are considered a delicacy. Now, let me say this, very important safety precautions. You may be out, you may get inspired by today's conversation and say, well, I'm going to go out and start harvesting wild mushrooms. Think twice. Important safety precautions. When foraging for mushrooms, it is crucial to take the following precautions. Number one, never eat a mushroom unless you are 100% certain of its identity. Many poisonous mushrooms closely resemble edible ones. Point two, seek expert guidance. If you are new to mushroom foraging, go with an experienced forager or join a local mycological society. Point number three, be aware of lookalikes. You understand the difference between edible species and their potentially toxic lookalikes. And point number four, research safe handling. Be aware that some edible mushrooms, like morels, may contain toxins that can cause health problems and require proper cooking. So you have again given the safety precautions. I'm going to give them out a little bit later, just in case somebody does get excited about today's program and decides they're going to go out and forage mushrooms or pick some mushrooms that you saw growing in the backyard. Be careful. Now let's talk about the benefits of mushrooms. We're going to focus specifically on this part of the conversation of oyster mushrooms. 24 impressive benefits of oyster mushrooms And I have this document up somewhere. I can't find it. Well, let me find it. 1 second. Yeah, this article I have. This is from medicinenet.com, and I'm going to share this link with you. Post it up here, and there is the link. I'm going to post this on the Rumble page. I'm going to post this on our Facebook page and post this also up on YouTube so that those of you who wish to have access to this next article I'm going to share do have access to it. It's a very good article, and I encourage all of us to take advantage of what we are sharing today on your livradio.com. Article, once again, is entitled 24 Impressive Benefits of Oyster Mushrooms. The author of the article is Karthik Kumar. And the date on the article, I don't see a date here, or do I? I don't see a date, but let's read the article anyways. This is from Medicine Net. Oyster mushrooms are a fantastic addition to a gluten-free diet. They help maintain strong immune system and provide a great addition to low-calorie, nutrient-dense diets. Due to their positive health benefits, oyster mushrooms have remained a vital element of traditional food for ages as a rich source of folk medicine and nutrition. Many experts believe that mushrooms offer antiviral, wound healing, immunomodulating, antioxidant, anti-hypercholesterolemia, and anti-diabetic properties. 11 potential health benefits of oyster mushrooms include, number 1, to prevent osteoporosis and arthritis. 2, boost vitamin D levels. 3, help maintain blood pressure. 4, lower bad cholesterol levels. Number 5, may prevent anemia. Number 6, they're rich in antioxidants. 7, provide protection against cancer. 8, boost bone mineral density. Number 9, regulate insulin levels in the body. Number 10, they're low in calories and help lose weight. And 11, boost the immune system by detoxifying the body. That's pretty impressive. Oh, we just started. Let's talk about 13 impressive benefits of oyster mushrooms. Include, number 1, they inhibit free radicals. Pluron, a polysaccharide found in oysters, is a potent antioxidant that helps protect the body's cells from free radical damage. Point 2, antioxidants found in oyster mushrooms aid in the fight against free radicals. Free radicals can cause heart disease and even cancer. As a result, it is extremely hazardous to the body, free radicals. And point number 3, furthermore, antioxidants have a significant function in immune system enhancement. They can aid to prevent the skin from premature aging. And that's something we all should like. Number 2 of these 13 benefits of oyster mushrooms, they're good for heart health. Oyster mushrooms include beta-glucan, which helps reduce cholesterol levels in the blood while supporting heart health. Beta-glucan, I said gluten earlier, beta-glucan can alter cholesterol levels by absorbing cholesterol in the circulation. Point number 2, oyster mushrooms include potassium, which helps keep the heart, neurons, and muscles working properly. Point 3, oyster mushrooms contain lovastatin, which helps manage cholesterol levels in the blood. Lovastatin. That's a natural source of what would be your statin drugs. That's a very important point. Lovastatin. Oyster mushrooms. Next, vitamin B3 in oyster mushrooms helps maintain triglyceride balance and healthy cholesterol levels. This lowers the risk of atherosclerosis. Vitamin B3 helps lower histamine production, which benefits heart health. And I'll drink to that 1 second here. They go on further. Number 3, it's a good source of vitamin B3. Oyster mushrooms are high in vitamin B3, which is extremely good for the body. It is crucial in assisting the growth and function of the organs in the body. Point 2, vitamin B3 can aid in the breakdown of lipids, carbs, and proteins in your diet. As a result, they may be used to generate energy. Point 3, when vitamin B3 enters the body, it's transformed into chemicals found in antioxidants. Hence, it can aid in the maintenance of a healthy physique. And point 4, oyster mushrooms provide the most niacin of any farmed mushrooms. Just 100 grams of oyster mushrooms provides more than half your body's daily requirement of vitamin B3, which aids in the healthy functioning of your muscles and neurological system. Point 4, oyster mushrooms may prevent diabetes. Oyster mushrooms help manage blood sugar levels. It therefore lowers the likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes. Next point, oyster mushrooms include vitamin B, which helps the digestive system and red blood cells function better. Point 5, help prevent cancer. Oyster mushrooms inhibit the development of colon cancer and breast cancer cells. They act to help cancer cells from spreading to other places of the body. The glycoprotein present in oyster mushrooms boosts the body's anti-cancer response naturally. Point. Multiple studies have reported that polysaccharides found in abundance in oyster mushrooms aid in the prevention of tumor growth. And point 5, the specific pluron polysaccharide combats colon cancer. Oyster mushrooms help prevent cancer by reducing DNA damage. Reason number 6 of 13 of why we love oyster mushrooms. Number 6, good source of vitamin D. Vitamin D, or vitamin D, or cholecalciferol content is very high in oyster mushrooms because it contains about 25 UG in one serving of 86 grams, which fulfills about 166.67% of our daily requirement of vitamin D, 167.33%. Vitamin D is required by the human body to maintain the balance of insulin in our bodies. Calcium is required for the efficient release of the insulin hormone. Point 3, the vitamin D content of oyster mushrooms will aid to reduce inflammation in our bodies and improve the functionality of the insulin hormone. As a result, oyster mushrooms will lower your risk of acquiring both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Next point, vitamin D is particularly effective in producing healthy cells and combating autoimmune disorders such as fever or the flu. And next point, last point, under category 6, vitamin D aids in the reduction of chronic inflammation, lowering the likelihood of many diseases. Point 7 of 13 aids in development of a strong and healthy immune system. Point: oyster mushrooms are high in minerals and vitamins B3, B5, B6, D, and A, which are known to be essential for leukocyte functioning. Next point, they are high in phosphorus, magnesium, calcium, salt, iron, and zinc, all of which are necessary for the human body to develop robust immunity. Point 8, or number 8, good for neurological health. Point: dopamine and serotonin are important for maintaining mental wellness, and the copper content of oyster mushrooms allows us to do so. Next point, the proper balance of these vital molecular influences. It influences our mood, our capacity to focus, and productivity. Next point, oyster mushrooms contain folic acid, a B group vitamin that promotes good sleep and memory retention and may even aid with mood regulation. Number 9, oyster mushrooms aid in the treatment of anemia. Oyster mushrooms include a variety of vitamins, and minerals that help prevent anemia by stimulating the body's blood production mechanism. Vitamin B2 is one such vitamin that is required for the normal production of hormones. Vitamin B2 helps oxygen move throughout our bodies and allows iron to be mobilized. I hope you're finding this to be fascinating. Is anybody out there in the house talking to me? Let me just double check with you all. That's not it. Where are we at? We're looking at over here. And nobody talking to me, but I bet you find this to be fascinating. If you do, can I get you to hit the like button right now? It would be very wonderfully helpful for us all. We continue. We are talking about the impressive benefits of oyster mushrooms, and we got up to number 9. We finished number 9. Number 10, good for teeth. Calcium is essential for oral health and strength. Calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D are beneficial for maintaining bone density in general, particularly jaw bone density, which is responsible for holding our dental structure together. Next point, oyster mushrooms have high levels of these 3 nutrients, which improve dental health by strengthening the tooth enamel. Next point, vitamin D is required for our bodies and bones to absorb the appropriate quantity of calcium and develop teeth. It alleviates gum irritation by enhancing tooth health. Number 11 of 13. Oyster mushrooms are good for dieters. Oyster mushrooms are the ideal diet. They are the ideal diet food because they are low in calories, fat-free, and high in fiber, which helps keep you satisfied for a long period. There you go. Do you need? No one needs them. The IG1 inhibitors? No. What are they intended to do? To inhibit, well, they to trigger the inhibit a molecule in your stomach, and this molecule is the hunger molecule. So by inhibiting that molecule, it says you are full, you are satiated. Well, what if oyster mushrooms not only do that, but add antioxidants, minerals, enzymes, all of these keys to keeping you healthy? Maybe you would avoid the one shot a week. And I've been telling you how to lose weight. I don't know why. people are not listening. But I weighed myself this morning, and I am at the bottom of my natural weight today, and I'm not going to go below 140 pounds. But to be 140 pounds really feels good. It feels fantastic. At my age, I would right now, normally, a month, less than a month away from my next fast, I would be struggling to keep my weight under 150 pounds. Now I'm 10 pounds lighter than that. All I do is one thing, and I do it every day. I eat chia pudding with fruit as my first meal of the day. I do more than one thing. I exercise multiple times during the day. I stay physically active. I do my HIIT, and also I do caloric restriction with intermittent fasting. I combine them all, but the chia pudding was the magic. It took me over the limit. I didn't know, and now I do know the incredible benefit of chia pudding. Chia pudding's got a lot in it, but if you're talking about just about weight loss, chia pudding takes you there. We are still talking about the healthy benefits of oyster mushrooms. We got up to number 11. They're good for dieters. Number 12, anti-inflammatory properties. Oyster mushrooms have potent anti-inflammatory benefits. According to research, they may diminish the release of a variety of inflammatory indicators in the body. This might have far-reaching implications because reducing inflammation may help bring treatment for a variety of inflammatory illnesses. I identified 162 inflammation-related diseases in my book, 100 Plus Lifespan. This might have far-reaching implications because inflammation may help bring treatment to a variety of inflammatory illnesses ranging from rheumatoid arthritis to inflammatory bowel syndrome. Ergothioneine, which acts as an antioxidant and reduces systemic inflammation, is exclusively found in oyster mushrooms and other species of fungus. Epithionine may help reduce plaque formation in the arteries, which can contribute to cardiovascular diseases. That plaque formation, you and I know it as atherosclerosis. And number 13 of 13, nutrition during pregnancy. When you are pregnant, or when you or someone you know is pregnant, your nutritional demands increase. In this case, oyster mushrooms may be a preferable choice. Riboflavin, potassium, vitamin B6, folic acid, folate, magnesium, vitamin C, pantothenic acid, pantothenic acid, bear with me, pantothenic acid, and amino acids are present in oyster mushrooms. So that is an awesome, awesome revelation. That article was entitled, once again, the article was entitled, I just shared it, The Healthy Benefits of Oyster Mushrooms. 24 impressive benefits of oyster mushrooms. Going on, there's a little bit here, the nutritional content of oyster mushrooms. There's a table here on this same page, and I'm going to share this tool. And bear with me while my computer acts a fool. Nutritional content of oyster mushrooms. They offer many nutritional benefits and contain important vitamins and minerals. One 90 grams serving contains the following. Oyster mushrooms contain calories 30, contain in carbohydrates 5 grams, in protein 3 grams, dietary fiber 2 grams, vitamin D 3% of your daily requirement, sugar 1 gram, gluten, fat, and cholesterol none. No gluten, no fat, no cholesterol. One serving which consists of 6 small oyster mushrooms, is a good source of the following: niacin, 28% daily requirement; copper, 25%; riboflavin, 24%; pantothenic acid, 23%; folate, 9%; potassium, 8%; iron, 7%. Oyster mushrooms contain significant levels of the following micro and macro minerals, including zinc, iron, potassium, calcium, phosphorus, vitamin C, folic acid, niacin, vitamins B and B1 and B2. This protein profile is made up of all the essential amino acids and is of good biological value. All of the essential amino acids in mushrooms and of good biological value. Let's go on. 2 possible side effects of oyster mushrooms. The 2 possible side effects of oyster mushrooms include: number 1, may cause allergy. In rare instances, people may be allergic to fungi. They may experience chills, fever, joint pain, and skin rashes after exposure to these mushrooms. Point: some people may have a mold allergy. Symptoms may include itchiness or swelling of the mouth, face, lip, tongue, and throat. And point 3, in some cases, people who are exposed to these mushroom spores may develop occupational asthma and widespread lung inflammation. So be careful if you are allergic to these fungi and know the symptoms. Point 2, not for sensitive stomach. Consuming oysters in large quantities may trigger stomach problems such as nausea, flatulence, diarrhea, or stomach rumbling. Chewing them particularly well before swallowing might help alleviate some symptoms. That's an important point. One point I highly recommend all of us, to the best of our abilities, every time we eat, need to chew our food 32 to 48 times minimum before swallowing. Completely liquefy your food, and that can alleviate a lot of problems, digestive problems. Summary: mushrooms are nutritious foods. They're low in calories and fat, high in protein, chitin, and minerals. And they're very low in carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins B1, B2, B3, C, and D2, and lipids. Mushrooms may also provide a high protein diet with a low calorific value, making them ideal for people with heart problems. They include all of the amino acids that the human body requires. That includes the 9 essential amino acids are in these mushrooms, oyster mushrooms especially, we've been talking about today. Given the advantages, oyster mushrooms may have a role in therapeutic food, medicine, and mineral qualities, making them great assistance to human well-being. Whole mushrooms may be effective as dietary supplements. New scientific research highlights the advantages of eating oyster mushrooms as a dietary supplement. Keep in mind that supplements have not been studied for safety, and that's not true. And the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has little control over them. Thank goodness they don't. This is from medicine.net. They are, of course, a mainstream source which puts into question many of the things they say. I say be skeptical of them. But that statement that these mushrooms have not been studied extensively These supplements have not been studied for safety? That's just absolutely ludicrous. I can find you immense studies. Maybe I will find you some studies before we end today to show you, yes, they have been studied for safety. Going forward, always new scientific research, no, always consult with your doctor who knows less about nutrition than you do. Always consult with your doctor before including oyster mushrooms or supplements into your healthcare routine. Oyster mushroom supplements should not be used as an alternative to address significant health concerns such as high cholesterol. Now, that don't make no sense. That does not make any sense. We just earlier read from the exact same article that these were a great method, a strategy for fighting cholesterol. Let me find the word cholesterol once again in the same article. Find cholesterol, cholesterol. I'm going to find you 9 different times cholesterol is mentioned. Now, you tell me if that statement, oyster mushroom supplements should not be used as an alternative to address significant health concerns such as high cholesterol. I'm going to read all 9 references in this article. You ready? Yeah, we're ready. Read them, Keaty. Number 1, the sentence include many experts believe that mushrooms offer antiviral, wound healing, immunomodulating, antioxidant, anti-hypercholesterolemia, cholesterolemia, and anti-diabetics. That's number 1. Under the list of 11 potential benefits of oyster mushrooms includes number 4, lower bad cholesterol levels. Next, mention good for heart health. Oyster mushrooms include beta-glucan, which helps reduce cholesterol levels in the blood. While supporting heart health, beta-glucan can alter cholesterol levels by absorbing cholesterol in the circulation. Oyster mushrooms contain lovastatin, and statins, that's the same suffix they use in the statin drugs. There are a number of them. Lovastatin, which helps manage cholesterol levels in the blood. Next, it says vitamin B3 in oyster mushrooms can maintain triglyceride balance and healthy cholesterol levels. That triglycerides, high triglycerides, is a metabolic syndrome disorder. Yes, it's true. Let's go. There's a couple more mentions about statins. And what are in these drugs include as nutrients gluten, fat, and cholesterol. There's no gluten, fat, or cholesterol. That's the mention. And so therefore, that's 9 different mentions. And so therefore, that last sentence may not be used to address significant health concerns such as high cholesterol. That's just funky. I don't know how that got into the article, but it was there. Let's go into another article I have queued up right here, and I'm going to share this with you. This article is from medicine.net. Once again, what is the best medicinal mushroom, the health benefits? And here is the link to this article. And I'm going to share the link. I'll put it up here on the YouTube. I don't see no one, not one person checking in on our YouTube page. Not even love to your brother. You know I love you. But some of your habits, yeah, some of your habits I'm not so crazy about. But I am doing the best that I can, people. Please do believe I am doing the best I can. So I'm going to hit the like button. There are people in the YouTube. They have hit the like button, but nobody's talking to me there. I'm going to go to Rumble, and I'm going to, that's not Rumble. This is my Rumble, and my Facebook. I'm going to go to my Facebook and my Rumble, and I'm going to paste this link in. Boom. This is the what is the best medicinal mushroom article, and I'm going to paste it on my Facebook page as well. And it is right here, and let's go forward. Okay, here we go. This article, what is the best medicinal mushroom? Where is it? I have it here. What is the best medicinal mushroom? This is from medicine.net. Medicinal mushroom types. Often considered vegetables. Often considered vegetables. Mushrooms are neither plants nor animals. They belong to a unique kingdom of fungi. Unlike plants that make their food using sunlight and animals that eat their food, fungi have a unique way of obtaining nutrition. They have certain thread-like structures called mycelia, singular mycelium, that grow in or around the food source and release digestive enzymes to break down food externally that is then absorbed by mycelium. Mushrooms are fruiting bodies of the mycelium, being addressed with terms such as the elixir of life, quote unquote, and, quote, food for the gods, unquote. Mushrooms are truly packed with several health-boosting nutrients. They are the richest natural source of vitamin D for vegetarians. They are low in calories and have virtually no cholesterol or fat. They are rich in protein, fiber, vitamins such as riboflavin, vitamin B2, niacin, folate, and traces of vitamins B1, B12, C, D, and E, potassium, phosphorus, and selenium. The protein content of mushrooms is higher than that of most vegetables, not just in quantity. Proteins in mushrooms are also rich in quality. They provide most of the essential amino acids required in the diet. Mushrooms are full of antioxidants, including phenolic compounds that protect you from allergies, heart disease, infections, inflammatory diseases, high blood pressure, and cancer. Because mushrooms are rich in fiber and low in calories, they are great for weight management. Let me tell you, they just said in those two sentences that mushrooms are effective in combating all of the metabolic diseases. The only one they didn't mention was non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Mushrooms are awesome. They are awesome. And so is my cider vinegar water that I'm drinking over here with the mother culture in it. It is awesome. Mushrooms are being marketed as supplements or medicinal mushrooms with claims that they can promote brain and heart health and prevent cancer. There are, however, insufficient clinical trials to support these claims. Although good for health, you must not replace mushrooms with prescribed medicines. You must not replace mushroom with prescribed medicines. I'm definitely going to agree with that. Some of the mushrooms considered best for human health include, number one, chaga mushrooms. Scientific name, I'm not going to go through these scientific names. There's a whole bunch of them. And let me do this. I'm also going to copy, cut, and paste this entire article into my research for today. So let's go to the end. Ooh, now that's not the end. There's a whole nother bunch of information I had pulled out for today. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to put this before that. And put this before that. And I did include the two types, and I did include the summary. So here, right after the summary, I'll push this in right here and pick it up from where we were reading. Bear with me. Medicinal mushroom types. Often considered vegetables, mushrooms are neither plants nor animals. They belong to the kingdom of fungi. Some of the mushrooms considered best for human health include chaga, lion's mane, reishi, turkey tail, shiitake, cordyceps, and maitake. Often considered vegetables, mushrooms are neither plants nor animals. They belong to the kingdom of fungi. And this is, for whatever reason, this is repeating itself multiple times. So that's what was throwing me off. Bear with me. I'm going to take out that repeated. Being addressed with terms such as the elixir of life and food for the gods, mushrooms are truly packed with several health-boosting nutrients. They are the richest natural source of vitamin D for vegetarians. They are low in calories and often virtually no cholesterol or fat. Rich in protein, fiber, vitamins, riboflavin, B2, niacin, folate, and traces of B1, B12, C, D, and E, potassium, phosphorus, and selenium. The protein content of mushrooms is higher than that of most vegetables. Not just in quantity, proteins in mushrooms are also rich in quality because they provide most of the essential amino acids required in the diet. Mushrooms are full of antioxidants, including phenolic compounds that protect you from allergies, heart disease, infections, inflammatory diseases, high blood pressure, and cancer. Because mushrooms are rich in fiber and low in calories, they're also great for weight management. That's your metabolic syndrome diseases right there. Mushrooms are being marketed as supplements or medicinal mushrooms with claims that they can promote brain and heart health and prevent cancer. There are, however, insufficient clinical trials to support these claims. Although good for health, you must not replace mushrooms with prescribed medicines. Some of the mushrooms considered best for human health include chaga mushrooms. It's also called the king of medicinal mushrooms. It's not a true mushroom, but a mass of mycelia called sclerotium. This mushroom is rich in various antioxidants. It boosts immunity, brain health, and liver health, and may also thus increase life expectancy. And that's very, very good. I'm going to hit one more button here for a bullet list and save that. Next one on the list, lion's mane mushroom. It is also called, quote, the mushroom for the mind, unquote, because of its role in promoting brain health and nerve function. It also contains important compounds such as beta-glucans, known for their tumor protecting, immune boosting, and brain protective properties. It may also play a role in protecting against diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. I just recently added lion's mane mushroom to my arsenal of anti-aging supplements that I take. Lion's mane mushroom. Number 3, reishi mushrooms. Scientific name, Ganoderma lucidum. It is also called, quote, the mushroom for immortality, unquote. It boosts immunity, promotes restful sleep, fights fatigue, and reduces stress. Number 4, turkey tail mushroom. It is also called the mushroom of several colors. unquote. It is one of the most popular medicinal mushrooms. It boosts immunity and is said to fight cancer cells. It also promotes gut health. Next, shiitake mushroom. It is also called the fragrant mushroom. It is known for its delicious flavor. It reduces inflammation in the body and boosts liver function, heart health, and immunity. Next on the list, cordyceps mushroom. It is also called, quote, the caterpillar mushroom, unquote. It's known for its role in increasing energy production inside the cells. It may protect from allergies and boost lung function. And last on this list, maitake mushrooms. It is also called, quote, the dancing mushroom, unquote. It is famous for boosting immunity, regulating blood sugar and cholesterol levels, regulating blood pressure, and aiding weight loss. Mushrooms may also provide a high protein diet with a low calorific value, making them ideal for people with heart problems. They include all of the amino acids that the human body requires. Given the advantages, oyster mushrooms may have a role in therapeutic food, medicine, and mineral qualities, making them great assistants to human well-being. Whole mushrooms may be effective as dietary supplements. One second. Oh, that is so lovely. New scientific evidence highlights the advantages of eating oyster mushrooms as a dietary supplement. Keep in mind that supplements have not been studied for safety, and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has little control over them. And as you heard me say earlier, thank goodness U.S. FDA has little control over what the mushrooms that we would want to use. Always consult with your physician before including oyster mushrooms or supplements into your healthcare routine. Oyster mushroom supplements should not be used as an alternative to address significant health concerns such as high cholesterol, and we debunked that just a little bit ago. Next, I'm going to talk on a subject. This is what I had actually started with today. This became the beginning of today's conversation, and I'm going to go much deeper into it today than just the surface. And I'm double checking right now and asking you all, can you please hit the like button wherever you're listening from? We'd love to know that we are appreciated here. And I'm also double checking to make sure that if you are tuned in, if you do like this show and you're part of the family, I want to make sure that you're not overlooked and or ignored. We don't have a very big audience for today, and that's too bad. I put a beautiful promo. I thought the promo I put out there today was lovely, and I am dealing with my people. And you know I love you. You know you love me, and I love you, and that's how we get together every day. So that's just what it is. That's just the way it goes. Some things we can control, but some things we cannot control. On that note, I got a little bit more. No, wait, don't go nowhere. In fact, I got quite a bit more. Let me see how much of this I can get into the record for today. We're talking about AHCC, active hexose correlated compound. I want you to look this up. I'm going to paste this for you. AHCC, active hexose correlated compound. I'm going to paste this up, and I want all of us, please look this up, study it, learn more about it. Then you decide, is this your friend, your brand new friend, or is this just something else, more complicated text or more complicated words that I'm just putting in people's heads. Look him up. Please do. It's wonderful for your and my benefit. AHCC. It is active hexose correlated compound. Now, let me tell you what it means. Active hexose correlated compound, AHCC, is a mushroom-derived supplement that has gained attention for its potential benefits in cancer treatment and immune support. Research indicates that AHCC may have various effects on different types of cancer, although the evidence is still evolving. Active hexose correlated compound is a proprietary extract derived from a specific blend of mushrooms, primarily Lentinula edodes, which are shiitake mushrooms. It is rich in polysaccharides, particularly alpha-glucans, which are believed to enhance immune function. Active hexose correlated compound is notable for its potential therapeutic actions, especially in cancer treatment and immune support. The term active hexose refers to the 6 carbon sugars, hexoses, that are part of the compound's structure, contributing to its biological activity. And bear with me 1 second. The term active hexose refers to the 6 carbon sugars, hexoses, that are part of the compound structure, contributing to its biological activity. The correlated compound, quote unquote, aspect indicates that these sugars work synergistically to produce health benefits. Active hexose correlated compound is thought to stimulate the production and activity of various immune cells, including natural killer cells, NK cells, macrophages, and dendritic cells, which play crucial roles in the body's defense against pathogens and cancer cells. Research has shown that AHCC may improve the quality of life for cancer patients by reducing side effects from chemotherapy and enhancing overall immune response. While promising, more extensive clinical studies are needed to fully understand the efficacy and mechanisms. Active hexone correlated compounds is often used as a complementary therapy alongside conventional treatments, but it should not replace standard medical care. And thinking about my friend Imhotep Okebalan, who just transitioned 10 days or so ago because of kidney cancer. And what if we had this information in hand? It was so sudden. We're going to go forward. Understanding hexose. That's an 8 bonding or a 6 bond sugar, simple sugar molecule. Hexose refers to a type of simple sugar monosaccharide that contains 6 carbon atoms. These sugars are fundamental building blocks in biochemistry and play crucial roles in various biological processes. Common types of hexoses. There are several important hexoses, each with distinct properties and functions. Number 1, glucose. The chemical formula for glucose is C6H12O6. Primary energy source for cells involved in cellular respiration. That's glucose is how we burn glucose with oxygen to create energy in the mitochondria on a cellular level. Number 2 on the list, fructose. The bond's recipe formula, C6H12O6. Found in fruits, is sweeter than glucose, used in energy metabolism. Number 3, galactose. Chemical formula C6H12O6 is a compound of lactose, important for brain function and development. Brain function and development, and lactose is very, very important in an infant's early life when the brain grows 3 times its size outside of the mother's body. Child's brain is very small when it comes out, then it grows 3 times its size until the brain is fully developed. And that really doesn't occur until the child is in their early 20s. It's when the medial and the prefrontal cortex is fully developed. So there's brain growth through all stages of life. Lactose is very important, but remember, when the baby weans from the breast, that is the time to stop feeding the baby high levels of lactose. Drinking cow's milk, which contains lactose throughout life, is very bad, very bad. I'm not going to go into milk today, but it's not for humans, adults. Number 4, mannose. The chemical formula is the same, C6H12O6, involved in glycoprotein synthesis, important for cell signaling. Number 5, ribose, C5H10O5, a pentose sugar, often discussed along hexoses, crucial for RNA and ATP. RNA stands for RNA is transcription. It's involved in the epigenetic transcription, reverse transcriptase is what I'm trying to say. And it's involved in ATP, adenosine triphosphate, that's energy production, a pentose sugar involved in energy production on the mitochondrial level. What are the function of hexoses? Number 1, energy production. Hexoses like glucose are vital for cellular respiration, providing energy to cells. 2, structural components. Some hexoses are part of larger molecules, such as polysaccharides, example given starch and cellulose, that serve structural roles in plants and animals. And 3, metabolic pathways. Hexoses participate in various metabolic pathways, including glycolysis and the pentose phosphate pathway, which are essential for energy production and biosynthesis. Essential, I must say essential. Please do study this in much, much more depth. Conclusion, hexoses are essential sugars that play critical roles in energy, metabolism, structural integrity, and cellular functions. Understanding their properties and functions is fundamental in fields like biochemistry, nutrition, and medicine. The potential benefits of AHCC, and again, that stands for active hexose correlated compounds. So what are potential benefits of active hexone correlated compounds? Active hexone correlated compounds are primarily known for its AHCC is primarily known for its immune boosting properties, which can particularly be beneficial for cancer patients. Here are some key findings regarding its effects. Point 1. Immune system support. AHCC is believed to enhance the immune system, which can be crucial for cancer patients undergoing treatment. It may help improve overall health and quality of life. 2. Direct effects on cancer cells. Studies have shown that AHCC can directly affect cancer cells. For instance, it has demonstrated efficacy against, quote, chronic lymphatic leukemia, CLL, reducing cell viability significantly in laboratory settings. In one study, active hexone correlating compounds led to a 95% apoptosis rate. Apoptosis is good. That's our body's way of getting rid of senescent or undesirable cells and CLL cells after 7 days of treatment. Point 3, combination with other therapies. Active hexone correlated compound may enhance the effectiveness of other cancer treatments. In animal models, AHCC with antibody therapies resulted in significantly longer survival rates compared to treatments without AHCC. Significantly longer survival rates. And then point 4, specific cancer types. Research has indicated potential benefits of AHCC in various cancers, including liver cancer, breast cancer, and prostate cancer. Its role in improving liver function is also noteworthy, as liver health is critical for overall well-being in cancer patients. Now, I just made those wonderful 4 points. What I am going to do is I'm going to copy, cut, and paste this section on my Facebook page. It won't fit anywhere else except on my Facebook page. So I'm going to paste it here one time. I'm going to paste it a second time here on my Facebook page. So if you want that particular section that talked about specific potential benefits of AHCC, active hexone correlated compounds, let me make sure, because I got to get that right. Active hexone correlated compounds. I got to get it right. Bear with me, because it's something I have to know. And it is active hexone correlated compounds, yes. So that is the benefits of them in cancer. So while AHCC shows promise, there are important considerations. Number 1, lack of comprehensive research. Although some studies suggest benefits, there is still insufficient evidence to conclusively recommend AHCC as standard treatment for cancer. More rigorous clinical trials are needed. Point 2, interaction with medications. AHCC may interact with certain cancer treatments, such as aromatase inhibitors and doxorubicin, potentially reducing their effectiveness. It's crucial for patients to discuss any supplements with their healthcare providers, and good luck with that. Point 3 is not a substitute for conventional treatment. AHCC, active hexone correlated compounds, may not be viewed as a replacement for traditional cancer therapies. It may serve as a complementary approach, but patients should adhere to their prescribed treatment plans. Well, the problem with that, to be honest with you, is that the prescribed treatment plans for cancer includes cancer chemotherapies with the aforementioned aromatase inhibitors and doxorubicin, and those are very toxic. Some cancer treatment chemotherapies have been proven to cause secondary cancers. So the key is, if you really want to avoid any risk, you need to avoid cancer by all means necessary. I just wrote the book, published the book. I have it right here on my bookshelf. I'm going to show you the book cover, even though I doubt if anybody's going to get it today. But I do recommend this book, A Year Against Cancer with Living Superfood Solutions. A Year Against Cancer with Superfood Solutions, which includes much of the information you're given today. It does include recommendations for Many types of food and herbs and teas and things. It's very, very critical that we get this information and that to the best of our abilities, we use this information. Mushrooms, page 78 and 79. Page 78 and 79, foods that fight cancer. And we're talking about increasing research highlights dietary solutions to the crisis. The science validating this research on the healing quality of a well-arranged dietary lifestyle is impressive. Let's share a few examples. Combination for preventing breast cancer. Mushrooms and green tea are both great in their own right, but combining them only boosts their cancer-fighting qualities. In 2009, a group of scientists observed around 1,009 Chinese women between the ages of 20 and 87 with histologically confirmed breast cancer. They found that women who consumed mushrooms and green tea daily had a reduced risk by 89% of breast cancer. That's indeed a big difference. By adding green tea and mushrooms to the diet, both widely available in India, women can significantly reduce the risk of cancer. And it goes on and on. I talk about soursop and cancer prevention, bee pollen, royal jelly, blueberries, dark chocolate, artichoke, pecans. There's a whole lot of things. These are delicious foods. Dark chocolate, pecans. These are wonderfully delicious foods. Strawberries, raspberries, kale, red cabbage, beans, spinach. We center our anti-cancer world around foods, superfoods, nutrition. I'm going to begin to wrap it up. There's a lot more research. Well, let me give you the conclusion. In fact, I had almost finished. Conclusion. Active hexone correlated compounds. Let me write it out right here so I have it here at the bottom. Active hexone correlated compounds, AHCC, present a fascinating area of research in the context of cancer treatment. Active, bear with me. Correlate, that's what I'm looking for. ACAH presents a fascinating area of research in the context of cancer treatment, particularly for its immune boosting properties and potential direct effects on cancer cells. However, patients should approach its use cautiously and always consult with healthcare professionals to ensure safe and effective integration into their treatment plans. And I do agree, if you're going to be dealing with chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery to deal with your cancer, the conventional treatments, I'm going to highly, highly recommend you speak with your oncologist or your treatment doctor before adding mushrooms. While mushrooms have shown to be incredibly beneficial for so many reasons, including containing active hexone complementary compounds, or correlated compounds, we got to be cautious, extra, double, triple, quadruple cautious, because this is your life. The best way to prevent cancer is to never get cancer in the first place. That's it. Active hexose correlated compounds. AH. I think I said hexone. I didn't mean to say that. Let me go to the end. Active hexone, not hexone, active hexus, hexose, correlated compounds. So we've got to protect ourselves. The best way to deal with cancer is to never get cancer. The best way to deal with cancer is to never get cancer. Never get it. Today, 2 out of every 5 Americans, over 2 of every 5 Americans will be diagnosed with a cancer diagnosis during their lifetime. The fact of the matter is that all adults over 50 years old, virtually all adults, have cancerous cells forming within their body, mutated cells. But our bodies have been trained through the process of apoptosis to get rid of them, and macrophages to get rid of them. But the system's efficiency breaks down. And so therefore we have to boost that system. The best medicine is food. Food is the body's best medicine. Food is nature's most perfect mechanism or medicine. So on that note, I think I have worn you out for today. Ed L. Mack, you came in at the last moment. Brother Keaty. He says, greetings, Brother Keaty. Can we find these mushrooms, quote, growing wild? If you heard the earlier part of my conversation, I cautioned very, very highly against foraging for these mushrooms. They can be found foraging. The reason I say do not do it, and I'm very clear, very pointed on this fact. Please acknowledge that you heard me say don't do it, is because there are mimicking mushrooms that look just alike that are poisonous. And you need to be with a professional wild mushroom forager with a lot of experience before you start to fool with foraging for wild mushrooms, edible wild mushrooms. I recommend a Chinese, or I'm going to go later today to a Korean mushroom or to a Korean grocery store, which has a wide selection of mushrooms. I recommend Korean grocery stores. Go to a mushroom store. There are places where you can get medicinal mushrooms. Now, you can get portobello mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, button mushrooms, different types of mushrooms at your supermarket. They'll contain at least 5 or 6 types of simple mushrooms. And those are going to be pretty reliable. Kroger's, Whole Foods, Winco, all of the above, Smith's. But I caution, do not, caution. In fact, caution, listen again, caution. Foraging for wild, edible mushrooms is extremely dangerous because many of the mimic the edibles. And that's so very true. So you see my caution. Let me just correct my spelling. You see my caution. I do not recommend it. But I do recommend you tune in to your favorite radio every day. Tell your friends to tell their friends to tune in here on LIB Radio. Today, I thought was a good day. Yesterday, I had to go to the airport and I was not able to get on the air. And plus, I said, man, take a day off. So I took a day off, and it felt good. It felt real good. I did my push-ups early in the day, 525 push-ups in 2 sets. Felt really good. I thank all of you who contributed to the fund drive for last month. This coming Saturday here in Las Vegas, if you are listening and you're local, you will be able to come through for our next first Saturday Las Vegas Vegan Superfood Feast. That's going to be this Saturday. I did have 3 people RSVP already, and that 3 people will guarantee that I am not going into my pocket very deeply to pay for the food. There will be, I really, to be honest, we need a minimum of 6 people to cover the cost. And I do know that there will be others that will be joining us this week for the Living Superfood Feast. And I want to thank you, my beloved sister, Dr. Chinzara. And I'll need to hear back from you, Dr. Chinzara. She not only made her contribution, she made her reservation for the feast, and I know she's probably in U.S. Virgin Islands right now, so we can do it 2 ways with her. I asked her, does she want to donate those to 2 other people who might come but may not be able to afford it? Or, Dr. Chinzara, did you want to somehow we could do it in books, or we could serve it up somehow, some way? But Dr. Chinzara, my heart is with you, beloved. We are friends for life. Such a beautiful spirit you are, and I am so very grateful. And I'm also a little bit tired this morning. I don't know why. Well, no, I do know why. I went to bed on time yesterday, but I slept real bad, having to jump up, I think, 3 times, and that's not good. So what we're going to do right here today, we're going to turn it over to you, our listening audience. Thank you for tuning in. You've been tuned into your favorite. I want to thank those of you also who buying the books at the beginning of September for you to go into our Amazon.com page and right off the bat order the books. That really is wonderful, because that allows us to start to plan for our future. I get paid for the books you buy today in 2 months, and that allows me to plan for the future to the best of our abilities. You have been tuned into LIB Radio, LIB TV, and livinginblack.com. Don't stop loving on us, and I promise you, we will not stop loving on you. On your favorite, we aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are truly, truly living in black.com. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you on your favorite. You know we are your favorite. LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are living in black.com. Peace, y'all.